see us! You see us! Let's be special! Let's be strong! Let's spell greatness from the top! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Every year, over 100,000 concussions occur in all levels of football. In the NFL, the average speed of a head-to-head impact, the velocity of both heads combined, is 20 miles per hour. This 15-millisecond impact is equivalent to getting smashed in the head with a sledgehammer.
The dangerous disease affecting some athletes. CTE is a brain disease associated with athletes who take frequent hits to the head. Over time, these hits cause the brain to build up abnormal protein. On the left side of your screen, you can see a cross-section of a normal brain. On the right side of the screen is a brain from a 73-year-old boxer showing signs of CTE. Symptoms of CTE include memory loss, impaired judgment, aggression, depression, and eventually dementia. Researchers at Boston University pioneered the study of CTE. They found the disease in 18 of 19 brains of former NFL players they examined.
This disease, chronic traumatic encephalopathy, has been around since the 1920s.
34 of the 35 NFL players that we've studied have had the disease, as well as 9 of 9 college players.
The 4-year study examined brain autopsies of 85 male donors ranging from age 17 to 98. It included football players at various levels, boxers, hockey players, and a group of veterans. It found evidence of CTE in 68 cases, almost all of them athletes.
The retired players claim the NFL was negligent and misled players about the dangers of concussions. Now, the NFL denies this.
Lawsuits accuse the NFL of deception and denial and allege the league was negligent by trying to mislead players concerning the risks associated with concussions.
Untold millions of dollars could be at stake, along with a legal assignment of responsibility for the health problems many former players say they now have.
Former Packers running back Dorsey Levens is one of the players suing the league, but he's not relying solely on the legal system to promote awareness.
My neurologist believes that I'm showing early signs of Alzheimer's. He said there was a substantial amount of brain trauma from all the hits I took to the head.
What was the culture in the NFL when it came to concussions like when you were playing?
I could have done a documentary on the culture alone. You have to stay on the football field. You have to, or your job is in jeopardy.
Blurred vision, sensitivity to light,
headaches. Commissioner Roger Goodell, even when asked directly, wouldn't say whether he knew of a link between head injuries and long-term neurological problems.
I just asked you a simple question. What's the answer?
The answer is the medical experts are no better than I would with respect to that, but we are not treating that in any way and delaying anything that we do. We are reinforcing our commitment to make sure we make the safest possible field for our...
Okay, I've heard it.
6 NFL players have ended their lives in the past 2 years alone. Depression is a symptom, as I said, of CTE. Do you think that there is a correlation between CTE and suicide?
You know, it's really difficult to say at this stage of the game, and you can never really correlate a disease with a specific act like that. I mean, certainly there's some logic to you're depressed, you have impulse control problems, but in a lot of these cases what you really saw was their life fall apart. The disease affected their behavior, alienated them from their families.
Seau was born in January 1969 in San Diego. He grew up in the North County and excelled at sports at Oceanside High School. He later accepted a football scholarship at the University of Southern California. In 1990, the linebacker was taken in the first round of the NFL draft by his hometown team, the San Diego Chargers.
Give me 5. You gave me good luck last time.
And anchored the defense for 12 years. He helped lead the team to its only Super Bowl appearance in 1994, where they lost to the San Francisco 49ers.
A hometown hero and former star linebacker for the San Diego Chargers was found dead in his Oceanside home this morning. Police are investigating the death of Junior Seau as a suicide.
After the 43-year-old Seau committed suicide by shooting himself in the chest.
Junior Seau died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Some speculated that he did so to preserve his brain. A brain, it turns out, that was damaged by the game he loved.
What was found in Junior Seau's brain was cellular changes consistent with CTE.
The Seaus say they have not decided whether to join the lawsuits.
The mood swings and the depression, the insomnia was terrible. Honestly, I have a whole other level of compassion for what he went through at the end because he hid it so well.
Heads Up Football is a great program because it's how we want to block, tackle, and play the game of football with our head and our eyes up.
The efforts of USA Football are critically important to make the game better.
USA Football is establishing standards by which a person becomes certified to coach.
Let's train them to be their very best.
It's not just the coaches doing it, you yourself, you can be involved.
If your league is not a Heads Up Football league, then you need to become one.
Become a Heads Up Football league with USA Football.
And we'll put you out for quite some time. So you want to avoid the helmet-to-helmet contact.
Holding. Everything Louis V, plus the most exclusive tree in my jar. Making my bank, spending it all. And that expensive shit you paid for, she had it on, she taking it off. Most of these just talk, ain't caking it off. Back in the day, money was short, I'm making it taller. You know what I mean? Some say it's a problem. Blowing my greens, not saving my collards. No NBA, they say I'm a baller. Live for the day, stunned like my father. I'ma take all this this money I owe and blow it all away. Cause I can't take